Hello, dear all. Welcome to your own channel, Curious Corners in Biology, where we inquire about the curiosity in the subject of biology. Biology is a very scientific subject and it's worth to dig deep into it, okay, in order to understand certain underlying concepts behind underlying phenomena, okay. So, today I would like to move on to physiology, especially human physiology, and whatever questions I have extracted from human physiology, covering different topics like digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion, bones and muscles, that we will be talking about. Okay, so let us first talk about fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. Now, there are different vitamins in our body which, of course, have crucial role in driving certain metabolic processes of the body and certain normal physiological functioning of the body. Now, vitamin A, D, E, and K are considered as fat soluble vitamins. So, why are they called fat soluble vitamins? This is because when they are absorbed from the small intestine and transported to bloodstream, they cannot be transported all along. Okay, they need lipoproteins to encase them, and when they are encased in a lipoprotein complex, those are called chylomicrons, and chylomicrons will transport fat soluble vitamins to the bloodstream from the small intestine. So now we understand why are they called fat soluble. They need the support of lipids and proteins in order to be transported. They cannot be directly transported in bloodstream. And one of the interesting things about fat soluble vitamins is also that they are stored in hepatocytes, that is liver cells. This is because liver would not allow any unwanted toxicity to build up. So these vitamins can be released from the reservoir as and when required by the body. So they are usually stored in hepatocytes. Okay. Then vitamins B and C are called as water soluble vitamins. Why so? Very simple. They are easily soluble in water. Okay. They do not need fats for their transport. So of course they are called as water soluble vitamins. One of the other reasons is that they are also removed easily through urine, and urine mainly is made up of water. So of course, if they are soluble, they can be removed easily through urine. So these are the main reasons why B and C vitamins are called as water soluble. Okay. Then one of the interesting questions I would like to discuss is, we know that children who are aged below 6 years would have milk teeth or deciduous teeth. Now, these milk teeth are about 20 normally, but they fall off, and then permanent teeth, which are usually 32 in number ideally, they come about. Why does this happen? Is the question. Why does this happen? So, the main reason for milk teeth to fall and permanent teeth to come about is the increase in size of the jaw, face, and the skull as the child grows. So, the space inside the jaws, the space inside the face, this overall cranium, skull also grows. Okay, so it happens that the space between the teeth will also be more. Then, usually, teeth of larger size need to be accommodated. So, our body normally responds to this by loosening the roots of the milk teeth, allowing them to fall off. Now, how are these roots of the milk teeth dissolved. Basically, there is a substance which is called as cementum, which holds the root of the teeth with the jawbone. So this substance, cementum, is degraded by lysosomes. And once the cementum is degraded by lysosomes, the root of the teeth gets loosened, becomes weak. So at the same time, permanent teeth also start growing behind the milk teeth or the deciduous teeth. So they also sort of put pressure. So due to both these forces or reasons, milk teeth will eventually fall out. Usually milk teeth will fall out at the age of 6 years, but then certain canines and primary second molars usually fall out at 12 years of age. By the age of 13, a child should be free from milk teeth and should have permanent teeth. So this is the reason why milk teeth fall off and they are replaced by permanent teeth. Okay. Then I would like to discuss about something called as lysosomal storage diseases and how are they associated with teeth and bone abnormality. Just now we discussed the role of lysosomes, which are cell organelles. Lysosomes contain digestive enzymes which are capable of digesting any biomolecule, and the main process of digestion, the main function of lysosome is to digest any macromolecule it is supposed to. Okay. Now, lysosomal storage disease present in a way that there are lysosomal enzymes which are deficient in the lysosome. So what happens is many molecules will become uncleaved. There are certain sphingolipids, there are certain glucocerebrosides, okay, which are also lipids. There are certain complex polysaccharides which, if not broken down in the lysosome, will tend to accumulate. As they will build up, tend to accumulate, they will serve as toxic products. So ultimately, we understand that lysosome is not capable to get rid of such toxic products. Now, these toxic products will interfere in processes like bone modeling, bone remodeling. Bone remodeling simply means that there are certain cells of the bone, osteoclasts especially, which will digest the unwanted parts of the bone as the child grows or the infant grows. This also leads to increase in height. Okay. Basically, it is sculpting of bone, you can say. So if these developmental processes are interfered with, then they will become abnormal, causing deformities. Something along the same lines tends to happen with cells of teeth, that is odontoclasts. If these cells accumulate toxic substances, then teeth are at risk of dental caries, which is in short decay of teeth, damage to pulp cavity of the teeth, which is of course studied in the anatomy of the teeth. Ultimately, the anatomy of the teeth becomes decayed due to lysosomal storage disease. So people who are having such lysosomal storage disease are at risk of developing bone deformities and teeth deformities. Okay. So this is all about LSDs, lysosome storage disease. And the last thing I want to discuss is about antioxidant vitamins. So antioxidants are very useful to the body. They will not allow the free radicals of oxygen, also called as reactive oxygen species, to interfere with other molecules, to damage cell membrane, to damage DNA, to cause mutations or to cause cancer. So reactive oxygen species should not be allowed to build up in the normal functioning of the body. And any kind of antioxidant does this. So antioxidant vitamins are usually vitamin C and vitamin E. They are known to inhibit reactive oxygen species, which of course protects the body from a wide spectrum of metabolic diseases, genetic diseases, certain deformities, or even diseases in old age. Okay, antioxidants are also known to help promote a healthy young lifestyle. That means the degenerative processes are slowed down due to the effect of antioxidants. Okay, so that much for today. And if you like such content, if you like curious questions in biology, please visit the link below given in the description. There is a book, Curious Corners in Biology, available at Amazon. You can buy the book and you will see that so many curious questions can be asked. And of course, these are worth to be understood in order to kindle interest in the subject, and in order to make the romance of the subject more appealing. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.